just want to talk about this idea of giving people a bad name. Nobody can give someone else a bad name. Nobody can. Someone was talking to me today about how boaters who moor for weeks in one spot and throw all their rubbish in the hedge give boaters a bad name. But that only happens if you're so ignorant that you put them in a mentally put them in a group and say, oh, he's in a boat. Oh, therefore, everyone else who's in a boat is doing that. That's like saying all four-legged animals are dogs. It's because I saw a dog there with four legs. It's irrelevant whether they throw things in the hedge or not. It does not give boaters a bad name. What gives boaters a bad name is the person thinking that way. So even though he wasn't a bad boater that was saying this to me, and I didn't bring up this point with him because I was being genial with him, it is that thinking which he's buying into by being bothered about it. It's that thinking, the idea that you've noticed something in common between that person and that person. Oh, they both go around in boats. Oh, that one's throwing rubbish in the hedge. Oh, so he's one of those people that throws rubbish in there. No, he's just going around in a boat as well. Doesn't mean he's throwing rubbish in the frigging hedge. Right? Just because I'm on my bicycle, and just because most bicyclists in London just swan through red lights all the time, it doesn't mean I swan through red lights all the time. And in fact, I don't. And I've got far more reason to than they do. Bloody courier, time is money. But I've discovered it makes very little difference to your speed whether you go through the red lights or not. I think it's utter stupidity to go through most red lights. You're going to either get a £40 ticket, or it's probably more than that, or you're going to possibly get hit by a car or a pedestrian, which will be even worse because then you are definitely in the wrong. And you're just going to annoy people, and you're going to allow them to give cyclists a bad name. You're not giving cyclists a bad name by doing that. You see, I refuse to buy into that. That is not true. You can't give someone else a bad name. You can't. Only a third person can give you a bad name based on assuming you're like that other person. You can't give another person a bad name. So it does annoy me when people say, oh, you're giving cyclists a bad name. Like, sometimes I do go through red lights, right, from time to time. But I'm not giving cyclists a bad name, I'm just giving myself a bad name. You know,